Okay, so yesterday I submitted to the International Criminal Court my a summary legal argument of the same argument that I've been making for 6 years now to defend the rainforest, the coral reefs, and the Arctic, the major ecosystems which regulate our climate and keep the ecological balance of the world. And I turned that or evolved that into a summary argument against climate change and ecological destruction all over the world, relevant to the 120 plus nation states who are signatories to the Rome Statute, and all the individuals from non signatory states who commit the crime within signatory states. That means, sure, America is not a signatory, but if an American commits this crime in a state which is a signatory, then the individuals are criminally liable. And this is about making the individual decision makers criminally liable for literally bringing about the destruction of our climate, our water, air, soil, oceans, animal species, our future, and our quality of life. They make daily decisions in the boardrooms to literally physically destroy or exterminate and kill people, and there is sort of this cognitive dissonance that doesn't allow for our judiciary to see that for what it is, which is mass killing. So my argument that is climate change is a crime against humanity, and it's a genocide where genocide is actually defined as physical destruction where the people inflict conditions of the decision makers inflict conditions of life upon the people that will bring about that physical destruction, and the decision makers are aware that that circumstance or consequence of harm will occur in the ordinary course of events. They don't have to be thinking they're going out with machine guns and mass murdering 20,000 people in 3 days. There is no time requirement on genocide, so that means this can happen in slow motion, a protracted crime where they are aware it or is scientifically calculated what will occur as a result of these dirty, contaminating industrial developments. Everyone is clear on that. But until this law was identified and until this law comes to force, they're not being held criminally liable for that. So those who know me know that I have been saying for, 6 years since I've done this work for 10 years now, but 6 years since I found this law, this is a game changer. It changes everything. As long as this court is impartial, it's not corrupt, and it is genuinely there to protect people, it can protect populations all across the world from any further dirty industry. In fact, it renders it not for profit. This court has the power to seize all related benefits, financial assets, and otherwise. So, and that is off the direct beneficiaries, any inheritances that are passed on. And what that means is that anyone who has profited off destroying the planet effectively since 2002, their finances are available for the court to seize and reallocate for the value of the people, to restore what they've harmed, and in order to afford the transition so as to permanently protect the populations and the ecosystems that those populations require to survive. There's another tricky little suggestion that I've made in there, which is one amendment to a support text for the ICC's Rome Statute. It's the elements of the crime. If we eliminated the definition of national groups being restricted to one or more persons, national groups would actually directly protect coral reefs, the rainforests, and ecosystems or populations like bees, which create a sort of ecosystem for food security, or could protect the fish from trawler fishing. So there's ways that this law can be applied that allow the protection of all life and forced transition. If that budget is secured from all the billionaires who have who profited from the destruction, then we can afford the transition to a sustainable future. We have all the technologies that allow that. There's no reason why this is not in our immediate future if this court acts. So I have copied below my argument. My goal is that every child in the world would come to understand that this law exists to protect them, to protect their future, to protect their quality of life, and to protect, everything in the world that we have to love, which is, the animals. That's just my personal little add-on there. But this is a game changer. I guess I want everyone to understand it, and I'm saying this to ask for support as well. I've got a team who works on this, but we need to expand. We're definitely looking for financial backers at the moment to help us do that. There's a website that I'm building that allows multiple contributors from all around the world to contribute to these cases, help promote them, research them, video, evidence, anecdotal stories. There's all sorts of ways that lots and lots of people can get involved. So it's sort of like democratizing the NGO industry, where it's so often hard to be empowered to get involved and make a difference in one of these situations. But so there are open cases that we're developing for the rainforest, for the Arctic, for the coral reefs, for Australia, for the bees, for trawler fishing. There's lots of ways to get involved. So have a read, see if you understand it. Feel free to send through questions. Sign up so that we can talk to you further. And yeah, I hope to have you on board. Thanks for taking the time. Cheers.